Make a wish. Huh. Yeah. Make a wish. Huh.
Everyone's a customer!
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill tidings manifest.
Naughty child. Seems I've been waiting a while.
Can we bring out the big guns already?
Glad I trained!
Ill fate descends.
Time for a shot.
Here we go!
Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss. Attribution will find you.
Can we bring out the big guns already?
Destiny is apparent.
Naughty child.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customer! I charge extra.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Here we go. Now feast your eyes. Happy New Year!
More business, eh?
Does that hurt? Does that hurt?
Here to crash the party? Turn it up! Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it!
We're just having fun. What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
We're just having fun.
Stand still.
Keep up!
More business, eh?
Pretty good crowd to... Let's rock!
Relax.
Crow feather stealth. Crow feather stealth. Fight changes with changelessness. Like a shadow.
Who will it be?
Commencing support.
Everything is worth... Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
Step up, let's see ya.
Scared yet?
Time to reach. Catch. High.
Who will it be?
Enemy targets detected.
In the mood for another.
We have the upper hand.
Step up, let's see ya.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Who will it be? Everything is worth... Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
In the mood for another beating? It is. Like a shadow.
Commencing support.
No manners, huh?
Ready for another?
Who invited you? Who will it be?
Fighting is meaningless.
Everything's ready. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing! Who will it be? It'll take more than
No
that.
interest in conflict.
No manners, huh? Let's go.
Too late to repent. The truth of life and death, revealed in its sanctuary, is but a vision.
Rules are made to be broken.
Strike first! Just getting started. Where's the applause? Let's see some sparks fly! Give up. You're cocky.
Let me through! Dodge this!
Time for a shot. That's better.
You're the best! Wanna see what I can do? Take this! Rise, Phoenix!
The punches decide.
Let me through! Dodge this!
Now.
outdated art.
Come on! Can't we stay out a little longer?
There are people who like it.
I
Come on
bet
in.
Feixiao will be the ringmaster.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notice.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe. Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights. I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borson abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borson were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that she and Dan Heng are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoting. The Borison have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Feixiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Feixiao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yunli, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Luofu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, will fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yanqing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the two of you here.
General Huayan, are you asking me to take Yanqing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Luofu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Luofu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have Yukong. Please.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the Shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed, and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the two behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Luofu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borison disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence. Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Peach blossoms and divine sword.
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, my alchemists, simply put,
So, in other...
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used...
They're one and the same.
The medicinal properties...
Since ancient time.
If these infiltrators were... Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control. So we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borison. Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Here you go, Master!
Yeah.
Still waters of liquid. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Bless Card, Wasp, Jet! Oh, I get it!
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Destined for oblivion.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Nice job! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Bless Card, Wasp, Jet!
Yeah.
Get them!
On the still waters of oblivion.
Let's get it together.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time to cleanse the chill.
Get them! Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Everything in this world is bleeding. Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Here you go, Master!
Destined for oblivion.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Bless Card, Wasp, Jet!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Get them!
On the still waters of oblivion.
Oh, I get it!
Be of your body and mind.
Get them!
Destined for oblivion.
cleanse the children.
Get them! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It is my fault.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
I weep for the departed. It is my fault. How familiar. Still waters of oblivion.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Destined for oblivion.
Time to cleanse the children.
Still waters of oblivion.
Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hulai.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hulai is a monster with his strength over sevens, even with Medist by the end of the battle.
If that's the case, they're so-called, but I guess I'm just a healer.
All right.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Did this Cloud Knight...
No.
All these Boris...
Someone...
Despite being alone, it's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the forest of swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linchan. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The Foxians' curses me. I wonder if you know...
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Fulei. An extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Lafu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a... Yanqing told me that
Yes. I heard the intelligent...
Perhaps to those scholars.
No. It was a deliberate...
This skill is...
Even after
suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of godlike species has crossed the line. Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Fiends or devils? I'll crush them all!
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time to cleanse the chill.
Get them!
It can still move. It means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Fiends or devils? I'll crush them all!
Dragon, white tiger, less cards! What?
Destined for oblivion.
Yeah.
Get them!
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Oh, I get it!
Be of your body and mind.
Get them!
Time to cleanse the chill. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Destined for oblivion.
You haven't answered.
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand? The Marshal believed that this...
Exactly. Why can Borison each questioner to the Foxians of the...
That's why the Marshal did...
Because such self...
This edition. By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Videodora, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear it, but did your mentor tell you?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Videodora to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor. But just as I mentioned, quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve? And now...
But...
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day...
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Peach blossoms and divine...
These Mara structures...
How can you tell?
These soldiers...
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
I their tracks.
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used cloud hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Linshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the Shackling prison. Additionally, but moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borson would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using cloud hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borson and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lunae, the once proud dragon race has been powerless. Watching their influence.
However...
Please remember to...
So...
I'll send an invitation. The Preceptors have... I'd like to hear their
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Linshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the Shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix...
Can I just boil you? You said that... Do you really think you see bored? The more hope you...
His composure is only a...
Lord Hulei.
Oh, you put...
Run away, you said. The Borison's heir. Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. By a Foxian.
The Merlin's
He isn't lying.
And she bested
in our darkest...
This prophet.
The prophet... And the prophet told us.
Even if you managed...
We've already...
Once the news about the...
Let me kill this right now!
Perfect chance. Listen up.
Wait.
But my lord...
With an alpha...
No,
I'm offering you...
A slow simmer over low heat, or a quick stir-fry over high heat? Perhaps I can try the Cloud Knights for now.
Would you like to board my... Well, my lip... We need to hurry, wherever we're going. Close the ports?
I'm sorry. If I can help you. Hi.
Borisin are hiding. These Borisin are
Will you please wait here for...
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my lip... We need to hurry, wherever we're... What? Alright.
Hey there, I noticed... Could you please provide... Wait,
I was brought here by...
All right, I'll call for...
Stop asking. Can't you just stop asking? You're not one of us.
The Warhead sent me.
No.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
You're back, Jiao Chou.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
Oh, don't worry, this captain will help us.
What are you trying to do?
Nothing to do? Remember.
You want to prove
What lurks here is not a group of your Comfus, of course. Now, let's talk before the hunt begins. Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream.
Fuck. You can torture me until I talk. Or... let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive?
So, Is that why the Shenjiao Yaoqing wanted to take me away? Unfortunately... I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others, and do well in our ancient legend to achieve his goal. He sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin Duran. I thought... Oh...
Jiao Cho.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. Or we may call ourselves the hunters now. Chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for—
Do not underestimate a vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borisin we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down. Let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
Danger.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then, there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Don't you know that Stargazer and Avalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
Danger.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenching. No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
Lieutenant Yanxing and General Feixiao.
You're aware of the Borison...
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you...
No, everything is normal.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia as on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave. This contradicts the Cloud Knights' plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Danger.
Why are you still here? As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting for? Attack her!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Leskard, what's it?
You can't kill me.
These are devils. I'll crush them all!
In lunar flame. Blade of moon.
Awesome!
Get on someone your own side! Get them!
Yeah! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Leskard, what's it?
Desperate for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It is my fault.
Tell Lord Boktok about this!
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of never returning home. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you could track him?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them. The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born in one of the fallen territories. In their eyes, we're mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Qing. If I get the chance...
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them.
I've found them.
Trust his judgment and keep...
I believe the warning...
The hunt is not over.
Please, save me.
Xiao, find...
The Borison beast...
What about General Yue?
She asked me. General asks you. I've never seen such a...
Her blood...
Loud and clear.
Is that why you're so... So she see Moktok.
Now I understand.
Moon Rage. A blessing for wolves. And a curse for foxes. For with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the luck's arrow of rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle. So I asked myself, eventually, everything I'm doing, even your death,
The thoughts in your pathetic head are...
Did you already?
Yes, I did. Would it...
Can you even...
As the wolves... That's why we will consume your flesh and blood.
My lord! It's the skies!
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now. Hide.
As I said.
Hope? Bringing me back and...
But Great Warhead!
Our packs are not here.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Chow. Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cops. We shall stride among the prey. If the wolf dead end, when new paths arise, raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous, in brutal battles, embrace their eternal prize. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory!
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really
they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you? Look around you. Do you remember anything?
Memories of falling from the sky into Taikian Stadium have come flooding back to me. We came to compete, didn't we?
Great. As the saying goes.
But what am I supposed to do with my...
Come on.
Master
March.
There's so much prep.
You made a promise to my...
Master Yunli, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely...
Divine sword descend.
Ready.
Miss Yunli, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your the news that if they ask you this...
March 7th.
All right.
Miss Yunli's contestant. Please, follow the...
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So, this is the contestant hall.
Wow, there are so many people.
March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
Master Yunli...
Observing the weapon.
Why?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles.
Know myself and know the enemy. Let's see, who should I ask first?
entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition is getting started, could I ask you some questions that are on my mind? Great! First, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yanqing is not appearing in today's war dance. This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yanqing is seriously injured. Is this true? If that's the case, could you please tell me how these serious injuries came about? You mean a star skiff crash? Well, how terrible! Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular? May I ask who that might be? Who? Oh, are you talking about a contestant here today? Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yanqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yao Qing. This last-minute replacement, March 7th. Who exactly is she?
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay for half a month.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
Was there something you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Li. I'm actually not a contestant. I'm just here as a security guard. Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it's all fair winds and calm wolves. Another awkward pause. I know it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves. It's a funny pun.
He's actually explaining his joke.
Ah! Making things awkward really is my weakness.
There are still many guests arriving here. Please be cautious.
Understood.
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw all these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed. Looking at these contestants, I suddenly feel a lot calmer for some reason. I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before.
So, do you want to go out and see the ring? get your intel.
We did it! This is what they mean by no pain, no gain.
Walk through here. We'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue. Wow, so look over there.
Master, you...
It's too
almost time.
It's when it stops.
I have to... I wonder how...
Hey!
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskip lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
Danger.
All of you, get out of my...
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord Hule ordered us to remain here, just to see. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little hunting
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death, Abomination?
Save your breath.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
A road of no return for all
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Wowza, are you okay?
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this?
Hule is planning on...
What did you just say?
Impossible.
He has an ace up. This is Hule's...
Contact the sky.
The moment you see...
But...
Do you remember what I told what Hule wants? Like that party game. The way I see it. No matter...
Right now.
In his eyes, that
But if we're wrong about it, are we just supposed to abandon...
This is another lesson. Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed, but being lost in everyone, nameless. Please.
General,
Hule does come to...
Please rest assured, General.
Cloud Knights! The Borson have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud... Be on your guard! Calling Starskip Haven. Have all Cloud Knights... Feixiao. Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
There you are, Feixiao.
Madam Yusong! After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a while since I've let loose. Let's get... A short respite, then time for the next fight. Let's see. A short respite, then time for the next fight. Let's see.
Here you go, Master! Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! Watch this! Not very sportsmanlike.
Fiends or devils? I'm the devil!
Fear! Triumphant! Victory inevitable! A short respite, then time for the next fight. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskip Haven.
And it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a star skiff.
Cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hule has created. I know Jiaoqiu always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow!
Everyone, out of the way! Oh, what a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hule and Jiaoqiu's whereabouts. That was one of Feixiao's arrows. Who knows what she used as an arrow to fire all the way over here? She's just very passionate. She sees every place as a battlefield where she can unleash hell. Take a good look around. If you can find one or two Borisin that aren't dead yet, let me know. I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the information we need.
Danger. Danger.
Peach blossoms and its...
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxy and war slave? So decisive. So brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the Warhead has his eyes on her.
The sneak that infiltrated the shackling prison. Moktok, you are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hule and Zhao Cho?
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. If there is one principle that we beasts know well, it is that we might have to break off an arm to break free from a cage. Today, I will be that arm. I lived as a hunter for many years, yet I have only followed the Warhead for this recent, brief period. However, his existence has brought light back to our once blind eyes, like the moon of Verdantia. He has shown me the way. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed in order to ensure our survival. We took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. We were no longer wolves. We were no more than rats, living a dirty and pathetic life. Thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hule, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack, and they should die for it as well. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the death!
Puh. How honorable, you mangy dog. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are once we've put you down.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.